Attention, ladies and gentlemen. This review includes spoilers for the Texas Chainsaw Massacre and Texas Chainsaw Massacre. If you do not wish to be spoiled, please click away.
Before the podcast starts, I do want to hop in here real quick and say that we had no clue what we were doing, and the audio may not be that great. We all three had separate mics, but for mine, there is a little bit of an echo in it.
Good.
Hello, guys.
Welcome
Welcome
to...
to... Wait, why are y'all talking?
Well, that's what
I was doing the intro. Can you guys
Who
shut
said
up
you
so I
get
can-
to do the intro?
Well, the
I
host,
thought we decided
which
I
was
doing the
me.
intro. You're
We
not
didn't
the
pick a
host.
host.
Yeah, I'm
sure?
the host. We decided this.
No, we didn't.
Yeah, we did.
When did we decide that?
We decided this yesterday.
No,
Actually,
Yeah.
now that I'm thinking about it, we weren't together yesterday. I don't think we planned this at all.
we did
What do you-
not.
So we didn't even talk about who's going to be the host, who's starting it, what the title is. What is the title,
What is
guys?
the title?
I thought we just weren't going to name it
The Untitled Podcast.
the Untitled Podcast.
I'm pretty sure
Podcast
that's
without a
already
name.
taken.
That probably is taken.
Podcast without a name.
Okay,
That's probably taken too.
The Anonymous Podcast.
That's definitely taken.
Chris,
Not a
Chris.
pod.
what would you name this podcast if you had a choice?
Fuck, I don't know. I thought it was gonna be not another team podcast too,
Why would it be a 2? Wait,
because we've already done not another team podcast.
yes, you're right.
I didn't do that. What are you guys talking
that
about?
podcast taken with the original host. So you're basically making a sequel.
Yes.
Okay, wouldn't it be called 919 Podcast again? Like,
Would it?
again? I don't know. Something,
Make it a rhetorical question.
Yeah, like a rhetorical, put a question mark at the end. Like, oh, what podcast you listening to? Well, 919 Podcast again? Like, what do you mean? It would be very confusing.
It would be very confusing. What would you name it, Pablo?
Well, I didn't have one, but if I had to come up with one on the spot, well, I'm seeing we have 3 guys here.
Yeah.
We're sitting on a couch,
Yes.
and we're going to be talking about movies and stuff.
Yes.
So I figured 3 guys sitting on a couch talking about movies and stuff.
Dude, that's a long ass title.
Yeah, we got to shorten that.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, who's gonna sit there and be like, "Hey, what are you listening to?" Oh, 3 guys sitting on a couch talking about movies and stuff. The podcast.
Yeah, no one's going to click on
No
that.
one's gonna click on that, first of all, and second of all, no one's gonna sit there and say the whole fucking title.
Yeah, we gotta come up with something else. Like that title is like more complicated than the X-Men timeline.
Yeah, that is true. That is true.
And that's saying something.
That is saying something.
Anyways, what have you guys been up to? Anybody seen any movies recently? Played some games?
Yeah, I watched a movie last
Wow.
night.
Oh, what'd you see?
You don't want to know.
What the fuck?
So, Chris, what did you see? Something that can be talked about in the podcast.
I rewatched Free Guy the other day
Oh,
Oh.
I'm sorry.
while drinking whiskey.
Mm.
I thought it was pretty funny. So
Okay.
I'm thinking it was the whiskey talking.
I would definitely hope
Oh,
so.
okay. I haven't rewatched it. I kind of
I don't
I'm not
intend to
planning on
rewatch
it.
I only rewatched it because they released it on Disney Plus.
I thought it's been out on Disney Plus.
Nah, it came out like this week.
No, I swear it's been out on Disney
I
Plus.
swear it just came out.
No,
this
I've been
week.
getting
I think it was like
ads
the
recently.
23rd.
Yeah, it must have come out recently because I've been getting ads for it, like a lot.
Yeah, and it's on HBO Max.
Okay, I have HBO Max.
It's
I
on
don't
HBO
have
Max?
Disney Plus.
Yeah, it's on HBO Max and Disney
Why?
Plus,
Alright.
which is weird. I think.
I figure they sell the rights. You know, give a
Maybe.
more wider audience. It does
Maybe.
help. I figured that would help.
Recently though, me and Pablo did go on a trip to Dallas to
Ah,
see
shit.
Tyler the Creator.
Yes. Yeah.
That
we-
was
we
an
did.
experience.
Tyler create nothing?
Hey,
What?
don't you put shit on his name, damn it.
Well, we went to the Galleria in Dallas
Yeah.
and ice skated in the ice skating rink,
Oh, you're gonna talk about this, Chris? I didn't think you were gonna talk about this.
and I hurt my fucking ankle.
I
Damn.
thought you said you almost died. That's your quote, by the way. Hey, Pablo,
Dude,
I almost
in the
died.
moment, I almost did feel like I was about to fucking die. I was like, holy shit, dude. Like, my ankle, I didn't even think about that at first because I hit my head on the fucking ice. I was
That was
like,
the first thing you were thinking
Yeah.
about. You even told me.
yeah, I was like, dude, I didn't even care about my ankle. I was like, my fucking head, dude.
You had a bunch of the ice residue on the back of your jacket, like it was covered in ice.
So wait,
you landed.
Damn, he's all
what was
iced
your
out.
reaction when I fell?
I laughed.
Did you really?
Okay. Seeing people fall in live in person, depending what's going on, it can be funny. And you're my friend, and you fell. I was like, I'm gonna be the first one to fall today, but no, you fell.
I did.
And I couldn't help but kind of laugh. And I went up to you like, "You okay, man?" And when I saw your face, I stopped laughing, and I'm like, "Oh crap! I think he's hurt really bad." I thought you broke your leg, and that
what
we
did
were
my
not.
leg look like? Did you see it?
It just no, not really. No,
Oh.
but you were like you first touched your head, and I think you went down to like touch your leg,
Yeah.
and like you get kind of limping. I could tell that you looked like you were wounded,
Yeah.
and I was like, "Oh my god, please tell me that we're not gonna be able to see. Please tell me we're still gonna be able to see Tyler the Creator live,
Yes.
because we didn't come to Dallas just to miss out on that.
We didn't come to Dallas for me to fuck up my ankle.
Yes, no, we did not.
I mean,
Hey,
I didn't
but
come to Dallas at all.
What?
Yeah, I think I invited you.
I
Yeah,
had
you were
plans.
invited.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I think you had plans.
Yeah.
That
Next
sucks.
time. Next time we find
Next
a concert,
time.
we'll all go. All three of us.
All
do we
three
have
of us.
Do we have an artist that we all like?
Drake?
No, Colton.
You did that on purpose, Colton.
But yeah, that was an experience, I think.
It was awesome.
It
Yeah,
was.
no, Tyler the Creator's a performer.
Dude, he had a
really
fucking
showed.
boat.
Yeah, he bought a boat. I mean, that was something that he did in that other.
Yeah,
performance.
yeah,
What was
but
it,
he
the
didn't write it.
concert?
He didn't write it through the audience. So
He
like
didn't though. Yeah, no, he
Uh-huh.
was just going back and forth, side to side.
The thing about
But-
Lollapalooza.
Yeah, that's what it was. That's where I saw it. And no, it was great. It was awesome. It was nice that he went to the other stage and performed some of his like older music and yeah, no, it was awesome.
It was.
Especially as a fan.
Dude, you remember when he called out that guy in the white shirt for not paying attention?
Yeah, I remember.
He was like, "This next one goes out to that guy in the white shirt not paying attention."
Yeah, it was funny. He's
Yeah.
very charismatic. It was awesome. I loved
Oh,
it.
there also a fight broke out near us.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Yeah,
I
a
forgot
fight
about
broke
that.
out like 3 rows down from us.
On your side. I didn't know what was going
On
on.
my side, because I was recording the performance, obviously, and then out of the corner of my eye, I saw someone like fist go up and down like in a punching motion, and I looked over there, and there was a fucking fight going down. I barely got it in the video that I shot, but you could just see someone wailing on somebody.
Yeah, I think you showed me like when there was like a.
Oh, I know what you guys are
break.
talking about. That was life wailing on my will to live.
I'm trying not to laugh. Trying to control my laughter. Colton, you said Drake. I saw Chris interrupted you. We didn't continue with the artist. Is there another artist besides Drake?
Oliver Tree, right?
Okay, right now we're not finding any middle
Florida
ground.
Georgia Line?
Finding middle ground.
Who?
Florida Georgia Line?
Oh wait, how about Elton John in September?
I would go for Elton John. I don't know
Iggy
what I'd be able
Azalea.
to.
Huh?
What?
Iggy Azalea.
Iggy, oh my god,
Iggy?
dude, what the hell? Should we kick this guy out the podcast?
Chris.
You can't kick
Sorry.
me out. You're in my house.
That's
Yeah,
true.
you're right,
We're the
you're
one
right.
getting kicked
Yeah,
out. If
yeah.
anybody getting kicked
I
out.
can kick you fuckers out.
That's true.
You could, yes.
All right. Colton, what you been up to?
Working pretty much.
That's true.
Have you had any rude customers lately, Colton?
Yeah,
What was
too
that
many
like?
of them.
What's the worst customer you've ever had?
Man.
You
One-
gotta think about this one.
One time I had this lady, and everything was fine until the very end. I brought her back her change, and she accused me of shortchanging her. After multiple times of me explaining to her that I did not shortchange her, she finally realized that she was wrong.
And she didn't apologize, I'm guessing.
She did not.
Oh, come on.
And then, as soon as another person at the table went to pay, they shortchanged me by a few cents.
Oof.
normally-
Did they leave?
Normally, I would let that go, whatever, 3 cents, whatever.
Yeah. Did they leave?
No,
after that?
because they decided to accuse me of shortchanging them. I went back and I'm like, hey, this is actually 3 cents short. So I stood there while the lady counted out the last 3 cents they owed me.
God dang, dude.
Man,
You gonna be a bitch to me? I'm gonna be a bitch to you.
That makes sense.
basically, yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, when our lives out of the way, we did watch both the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the
Well,
original,
Oh yes, we did.
and the new one that released on Netflix.
Yeah. Oh well, we have to start with the first one. Obviously.
So we did watch one really good Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie.
Let's not comment on the second
Right
one
Let's not
yet.
comment on the movies yet.
We'll
Colton.
talk about the second one after we finish the
I just
first
want-
one.
I just wanted to talk about how we watched a really great movie right after we watched the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
We watched
Okay.
one really great movie and one really bad. I'm just kidding.
Oh, well.
All right.
Impressions in the first one.
Well, should we do like a small intro, like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, directed by, director's name.
Texas
Rated
Chainsaw
by-
Massacre, 1974, directed by Tobe Hooper. Go.
Oh, there you go. Okay, simple.
There you go.
Quick and simple. Well, Chris, you're the horror fan here.
Yes. Well, I love the movie.
You love it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know, man. I thought it was great.
It is.
Yeah.
I agree with you. I only seen it. This is my second time seeing it, and I think I saw it last year for the first time, like right after Halloween. It was like the 1st of November. Only reason I remember is because I checked Letterboxd.
Oh yeah.
But I remember thinking it was really good. And then on rewatch, I started appreciating it more and thinking that this is great. A lot of what it goes for, they achieve, especially with such a small budget.
Oh yeah.
I could tell, and then the atmosphere is just it's really unsettling.
Yeah, because the budget they had was around $140,000.
I
Damn.
wish my life
Yeah,
had
it was
that
a
kind of
really low budget movie. So it's kind of crazy that they accomplished some of the stuff that they actually did.
Yeah. Should we start with where should we start from this movie? Colton, how do you feel about the movie?
I thought it was a pretty good movie. I definitely can see how it's inspired a lot of future movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A couple movies that made me think of stuff like Tourist Trap and House of a Thousand Corpses.
Yeah.
Okay.
Those are a couple movies that came to my mind
Corpses was
watching that.
Yeah. Rob Zombie likes old horror movies. So you can see that in House of a Thousand Corpses and most of his movies.
Are there any movies that kind of have the same atmosphere as this one? Or
That's a good
I mean,
question.
he named off a few
Yeah.
that he could tell that got some inspiration from this movie. Do you know any?
He pretty much got some of them that I knew. Most of the ones that I knew is just those two. There's probably more out there of doing like body horror type stuff.
Would you consider this body horror? Because
Somewhat.
this movie's not bloody. Like that's one thing
No.
that I remember watting the first time.
The
Then on
director
rewatch,
wanted it originally to be PG,
yes, I remember
Yes,
that. Yeah, I heard
yes.
about this.
but when he first gave it to the MPAA, they gave it an X.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they gave it an X, so he had to edit it down to R.
I remember what the director said is that he, I think it was a director or somebody else, but they talked to the MPAA and they were trying to make a deal, and I think the rule was there can't be any blood, and the second rule, also depending on the language of how it was, that was the second rule. The third
Yeah.
rule, I think it just depended on the presentation, on how it turned out, or how it made them feel,
Yeah,
basically. Now that you mentioned the X, and this was the 70s,
yeah,
it makes sense.
Yeah.
It makes sense
Yeah.
because I don't think there was another movie like this at the time.
no, there wasn't.
This was before Halloween,
Yes, it's
Before
before
Halloween.
Halloween.
Before Black
Friday
Christmas.
Black
the 13th
Christmas.
too, right?
before Friday the 13th.
Yes,
So that
And-
was one of
and-
the big ones.
Yeah, and very similar to Halloween, there's barely any blood.
it was. Was it before Jaws?
Jaws, isn't it 1975?
75.
This was
Yes.
1974.
So yes, it was before Jaws.
And this was filmed 1973, so yeah. Yeah, it's
It's
crazy.
kind of hard, kind of weird that Jaws got a PG.
Yeah, Jaws 1975.
It's probably because the director was Steven Spielberg.
Probably, yeah.
Probably not.
Well, no,
But-
because that was like Steven Spielberg's first like.
Yeah,
Movie.
yeah. No, it was his first movie. And it probably wasn't for that reason.
There probably wasn't. There's probably reasons for it, but I don't know what. Because I think there's more blood in Jaws.
I mean, the blood's in the water, so I guess you know how blood
Yeah,
touches water, it kind of spreads more. I don't know. That's weird
that is weird.
because, I mean, there's like that one jump scare where in Jaws where like the dead body.
The dead body comes out of
yeah,
the
it's such a.
thing.
I remember watching that for the first time. It actually got
Yeah.
me. And normally jump scares don't really get me. Sometimes it does. It just mostly because of loud noise. But this
Especially
one was different.
nowadays, dude.
Jaws, it just you don't even see it coming. Not when I saw it.
No, you don't. It comes out of nowhere.
Have you seen Jaws, Colton?
I have not seen Jaws.
Oh my God, Colton.
You're missing out. We'll
You're missing
We'll
out.
put that on the list.
You're missing out.
On the watch list. There's not gore. I don't think there's any gore in this movie.
Not really.
There's an implication that there's like ribs and like human meat in the grill, but the lighting and the camera shot before it's kind of revealed what it is. It just looks like barbecue. It just looks like you can't really tell it's body parts, but it's just the idea. Most of these are just like the themes and the I hate using this word because of a show that we've seen. The implications.
The implications.
You're laughing because you know what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about.
But anybody who has seen Sunny, you probably
got
you
that.
probably know what we're talking about.
Shout out to the It's Always Sunny fans.
Colton, do you have anything you want to talk about this movie?
I do want to talk about how there was not a single chainsaw within the first 30 minutes of the movie.
That is true. There was not a single chainsaw.
It's one thing that really bothered me.
Was there even like a hint at a chainsaw? Like at all?
No.
No, because the first kill is a hammer.
There
Yes.
was a lot of Texas.
Yes.
And there was no
Which,
chainsaw and no massacre until over 30 minutes in.
What Pablo was saying, the first kill was a hammer. That wasn't Leatherface's fault. That guy was breaking and entering.
Yeah, honestly, one thing I thought for the first like half of the kills, Leatherface was just protecting his home.
He was.
That was
He was. Because all them kids were just breaking
Did he go
in.
a little extreme in how he defended his home? Sure.
He decapitated a guy in front of his girlfriend.
Okay.
Okay, that was a little extreme.
But he was just defending his home. He's not like, what's his name? Jason Voorhees is purposefully going out looking for kids to murder.
Yeah.
All
You're
these
right.
people, they came to him.
Hold on.
They invaded his privacy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, how would you feel if somebody just started walking into your house? Would you not?
Okay, wait. You said something about Jason. They're
in his
interfering in his space.
Okay, but they didn't
It's
walk
lake,
right
too.
into his
That's
home.
his lake.
where he drowned.
They didn't walk right into his home, though.
Yeah, they did. They drove up into that bitch.
Camp Crystal Lake. Okay, well, it's different. I guess this,
You get what I'm saying, though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
no, I
know
see
what
what
you're
you're
saying. Yes.
I guess there's something about that with home intrusion, just people coming into your personal space. I mean, he does have a scene where, like, I think it's after Kirk is the first one who gets killed. The guy with the glasses, after he's looking for Pam and Kirk.
Yes.
I think after he kills him, he like goes out to the window and he has like body language, like he's really confused.
Yes.
And he has like that scene where like the camera's a close up and he's just like shaking back and forth, like very startled and like not understanding like what's going on, like where are these people coming from?
Yeah, kind of like he doesn't know what to do, kind of thing.
Yeah, like this is like new to him,
Yeah.
if possible. I don't think killing people is new to him. I think people coming up to his house out of nowhere was new to him, and like 3 people felt like excessive.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. He was very confused and didn't know what to do, kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah, so Colton, you're probably right about that.
Yeah.
Home intrusion.
Home intrusion.
But I think Toby, I think every person that worked on the movie, they had like a different idea of what the movie was about. I think for Toby Hooper, it was mostly about meat. I think it was unintentional.
It's mostly about meat.
Yes, the idea of like cattle,
Yeah.
processing meat. What if it was with humans instead of cattle?
Yeah.
I think that's what Toby Hooper, the director, said. And it kind of makes sense a bit, Well, what if we were the cattle? It's unintentionally like a vegan movie,
Yeah.
in a way, but
Unintentionally.
maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. I didn't make it, but it makes sense. I can see it running through. What happened, Colton?
What?
What'd you say?
We're gonna find out.
Social commentary.
No commentary.
Social
Social
commentary, yeah.
I think I heard something about Vietnam War. Do you know anything?
Yeah, I saw something about that while kind of doing a little bit of research for it.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like a...
I didn't understand this one that much.
I didn't understand it either. I guess
it could be related to Colton's,
yeah, kind of what Colton was saying, that they were just
invasion.
invading Vietnam. I don't know.
like an unprecedented welcoming
Yeah.
into his house.
Yeah. I guess that's kind of what he meant by
I
it's
don't-
kind
I
of like
don't-
a thing for Vietnam War.
I don't know. We're probably wrong on this.
Probably. I
Probably
don't
far
know.
off.
Wait, did we ever properly introduce ourselves?
Oh, we didn't.
All right, guys.
Okay, guys, we're
what's going on?
21
Halfway-
minutes into this podcast, and
halfway
we're going to
into the
introduce
podcast.
ourselves.
Hold on.
Let's
we have
introduce
no
ourselves.
timestamp because we're gonna edit this down a bit probably. So, you're probably gonna have to bleep what you're saying, and then you're gonna have to do like a terrible voiceover saying we're this time section
Into this
into
podcast.
this podcast. Should we just do like an early recording? Like, this podcast is hosted by Pablo, Colton, and Chris, or should we do it later? This is gonna be edited out, by the way.
Yeah, this is going to be
This is
edited out,
random.
No,
so-
no, we're gonna leave this in.
Yeah, we're going to leave this in.
We're
We
gonna
want the
leave it
people-
in?
Cut that.
We want
Take it back.
gives it
Take it
more of an
back.
authentic
Take it
feel,
back.
more of an unplanned feel.
That is true, yeah.
What
We
do you-
could just make this podcast just like,
We have to make this digestible, guys. We're having very long pauses here sometimes.
I mean, yeah, we can edit out the pauses, but I mean,
We're
like,
making some gibberish. If we're wrong about the Vietnam thing, we're probably gonna have to edit that part out.
just edit that part out.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's just edit out the Vietnam War. It's unnecessary.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
We don't know anything about it. If we don't know anything about it, we'll just edit out. So this part's edited out too.
The actor who played Franklin, Paul Pertain,
Well, let's get to the actors.
Paul Pertain, who
What?
played Franklin,
Yeah.
was hated on set because he
Yes.
was method acting the whole time.
Yes. The actor himself said that he didn't want to take off the character personality. He wanted to just continue being Franklin
Yeah.
because he was afraid that if he stopped being Franklin, he wasn't going to be Franklin in the movie anymore. It was going to
Yeah.
be different in every scene.
It's because he
But-
came from Stage Place.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Nice.
I saw that. He came from Stage Place, which he method acted a lot for. And he thought it was going to be the same thing for film. So,
Yeah, no.
yeah, he learned that the hard way, I think.
I mean, nobody likes to work with Jared Leto sometimes.
Yeah.
It's method acting.
Yeah.
Depending what actor. I even heard with Jim Carrey. I think he was method acting in one of his movies. I think Man on the Moon.
I
Or-
think so.
I think
Or
that's what
something like that, yeah.
Yeah, and supposedly he was being an asshole during the whole set. So yeah, sometimes method acting, you don't make no friends. But yeah, no, I think the actor for Leatherface, he said that he was happy when he got to kill him off.
Yeah. I saw that
Because
too.
he was
whenever
gonna
I
be
looking at
offset.
that, yeah.
No longer have to work with him.
That's messed up.
It's kind of funny.
It's kind of funny, though.
But no, they were friends. They were friends after.
Yeah. I think after he explained.
Yeah, after
He was
after
like,
they
I was
knew
method
and got
acting the whole
idea.
time, guys. I swear.
I heard the whole filming was hell.
Oh,
A
yeah.
lot of the things because it was like one of the hottest seasons in Texas at the time.
Yeah.
I think one of the scenes that showed it more, and I didn't know, I kept forgetting, was the dinner scene
Which
where
was filmed
they
in a day.
Was it filmed in a
Just
day?
one day.
God, that's impressive. That whole scene felt very unnerving,
It did.
and it felt real because it was real, and I didn't know that. I just thought the actors were being really good, but they weren't. That girl actually had her finger cut,
Yeah.
and
You
you didn't know that, Colton?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This set was terrible
Oh
conditions
my god!
sometimes.
Yeah,
man.
no, they wouldn't get away with this now.
Uh-uh.
But I mean, I don't know. It's just one of those things where like it paid off.
Yeah.
But still, that's unfortunate because that actress was like Sally.
Sally.
She was basically tortured
Basically, yeah.
in that whole movie. I don't know if you know, but I think we were watching it. And I think you pointed out to me like, was that a stunt double? And I think what I heard was that the stunt double jumped out the window 2 feet, landed on a mattress, and the actress for Sally jumped off the roof.
Oh my god.
So they can make it look like she's defending herself or something like that. I don't know what the word they used was.
What's the point of a stunt double then?
Yeah,
The
what was
point-
the point of the stunt double?
You could have lowered the budget even more.
Honestly.
If she was gonna be the stunt double, yeah, she might as well have jumped out the window. She jumped out the window twice.
Jesus
the
Christ,
character.
twice.
But I don't know about Sally. I don't think Sally jumped out the second one. I don't know about the second window. I just know about the one where she like jumps off from higher up where
Yeah.
the granddad is.
Yeah.
The granddad and the grandma's body they're located. Well, the granddad's alive,
Yeah.
but that's where that's the one
That's
that,
where she jumped out of.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the actor jumped off the roof, stunt double out through the window, 2 feet on a mattress.
But
maybe Sally jumped on a mattress also, but from the roof.
Well, yeah. I mean, there had to be some kind of safety thing there.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Yeah. Because that would have been a big ass lawsuit.
She would have broken her leg.
Yeah, that would have
Probably
been a
an
big
arm.
ass lawsuit.
She
Yeah,
probably-
going back to that, it was filmed in one day because one of the actors that they had, his contract ended that next day, so he wasn't gonna be on set anymore.
Which one of the brothers was it? The oldest or the
I
middle
f-
or Leatherface? No, it wasn't
It
Leatherface.
wasn't Leatherface. I think it might have
The
been.
one with the birthmark.
Yeah, I think that's who that was.
He was great, by the way.
Yeah, I think because his contract was up, they had to film that whole scene in one day.
Every time he was on the movie on set, he was just like chewing the scenery.
Oh yeah.
He was great in the van, like when he cut himself. Like I remember seeing Colton's reaction to when he's cutting his arm. He's like, ugh. And I felt the same. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Jesus.
Colton.
Yeah.
Anything you want to say?
What's there to say?
Well, I don't know. Do you guys have anything else to say?
Could we talk about that scene where she goes to the gas station towards the end?
Sure.
And what's his name? I didn't write down his name.
I don't remember his name, but he's the big brother. Which
Yes.
I thought he was his dad. For some reason.
No.
I guess it's because of his age.
Yeah, because of his age, but
But he's the older brother.
Yeah, where she didn't know anything about who
Yes.
he was or whatever. I don't know why I thought this was funny, but when he said nobody's gonna hurt you, and he immediately hit her with a broom.
No, she pulled a knife out. I think.
No, I don't think she
He comes
did,
in there-
but he knocked it out of her hand,
Yes.
and then she was like, "Nobody's gonna hurt you," and it immediately starts hitting her with a fucking broom.
Oh, I guess that's some of the dark comedy.
I guess so, dude. I was like, "What the fuck?"
I don't know. I didn't laugh at that. But
I was
there
like
was-
sitting there thinking, like, "What the fuck?" Like, of course, if someone says that to you, there's something's gonna happen.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm misremembering. I thought he came in there with the bag, the human-sized bag. and
Yeah, he
was
had a
like-
bag and rope.
And he was saying that while he approached her, and then she pulled a knife out. Maybe you're right. I think you're right. We'll have to see.
I think so. I don't know.
We'll do a voiceover of who's wrong.
We'll do a voiceover who's wrong. Also, that scene was just really well done, I think.
The
editing in that scene, where
Oh.
she slowly realized kind of
yeah
what was going on.
yeah
Yeah,
very.
I thought that was really
pretty
well
subtle.
done. Yeah,
It's pretty subtle. It was well done. Yeah. Let's get back to Franklin.
Franklin. Fuck Franklin.
Why should we care about Franklin? The movie didn't.
Yeah, the fucking movie didn't.
Like
dude.
they were like always like fucking over Franklin.
Yeah, they keep
Honestly.
shit talking behind them.
Bro, fucking they're in the van and the one dude attacks them or whatever.
Dude.
Yeah.
And they're trying to go in the house and he gets left outside and he's trying to roll up the ramp in his wheelchair.
Some of
yelling
that
for
dark
help.
humor there, bro.
They said, fuck Franklin.
I don't even think that was just dark, but that was just the humor, the
Maybe,
comedy of
yeah.
Like, I mean, talk about being a fifth wheel. Like,
Colton.
Bro.
Well, I guess puns are gonna be a thing now.
I mean, there was two couples and then he's a fifth wheel.
He was, yeah.
Oh.
He was.
Yeah.
Because it was a sister
Yeah.
that brought him along.
Yeah. Did he want to? Did his character want to be? I don't remember. I don't know.
I don't think he did. It kind of felt like his character did not want to be there.
That's probably why he was whining all the time. His character was whining. Like the first thing that happened to him is that he had to go take a leak, and then he fell and rolled downhill
Yeah?
with a piss bucket.
Yeah?
Yeah. This is
Yeah, I just feel like his character did not want to be there, dude.
everybody shit talking him sometimes here and there. I think behind his back. What was that one moment? I don't remember.
I think I know what you're talking about there. I forgot what they said.
Oh, I remember. You and me were laughing at it. I think it's Kirk and Pam were going somewhere. I think they were looking for a house, or they were going to some direction. And they're by themselves, and Kirk was saying something about Franklin. I don't remember what it was.
I couldn't tell.
I know what you're talking about. I just can't remember what was said. But they were shit talking Franklin.
Yeah,
Hey,
they were.
editor, can you add in a spot later.
Oh, add in the audio.
Yeah, edit in. All right, guys, just
You can do that. Yeah.
I could do that. Yeah.
just have 30 seconds of silence so Chris can edit in what we're talking about
Why
later.
does there need to be silence? There's a little bit of a pause in there.
Yeah.
It's a joke.
Okay.
It was a joke.
Okay, I'm sorry.
You
There's
ought
a
to be.
lot that we're gonna have to cut out because right now we're kind of messing up. We had a good flow for a while. It's gonna be cut out. Take that back. Cut
I
that,
guess
cut that.
one more thing is that this movie made $30.9 million in the box office.
That's a big hit.
That was a big hit.
I'm guessing for the time,
Yeah.
would it be one of like the most successful movies?
I think
for
for
a
a
horror
horror
movie.
movie, yeah, it was the biggest.
Extremely low
time.
budget.
Yeah.
No, that makes sense. One of the things that I always heard as a kid. This is like basically a sidebar. This is not related. Kind of is. But when like I first moved into Waco, I remember people telling me that oh, you ever heard about that movie Texas Chainsaw Massacre? I was a very young kid. I was naive, and I was like, yeah, it happened like 30 miles from here or somewhere nearby. You know that ghost house with like, not the ghost house, the haunted house with like a fucking skull on it?
Yeah.
Somewhere in that area, they were telling me that it happened. Well, that turned out to be a lie.
Yeah, no, that's not true.
For one, this movie's not based on a true story.
No.
I think the writer unintentionally wrote it about Ed Gein, but it wasn't about like Ed Gein specifically. It was like, what if like a family of Ed Geins?
Yeah.
'Cause I think he grew up somewhere around Wisconsin, Illinois. Where would it be?
I'm not sure.
Hold on, I have this somewhere.
But,
Wisconsin, yeah, it was Wisconsin.
Wisconsin.
He had relatives that actually lived like 20 miles away from the Ed Gein home, and I don't think he knew as he was growing up that was the guy's name.
Mhm.
But yeah, that's how he heard the stories, and that's what inspired him to write about it. He only found out like 2 years after the movie was made or came out
Yeah.
that's who Ed Gein was, and he was like, oh crap.
It
Well-
could have been like, it's inspired by a true
It is
story.
in some way, yeah.
It
Yeah.
would have sold even better.
They marketed it as a true story.
Yeah. Oh, especially with the intro.
Yeah.
They tried to make it sound like this was a true event,
Yeah.
which I'm pretty sure kind of made people even more scared.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, no.
Yeah. Like, so the film was filmed over here in Texas, somewhere around like Georgetown and all that.
Mm-hmm.
You can still go to the gas station there.
Oh, really?
Yes, they still
Cool.
have it.
That's nice.
I'm not sure if it's anything. It might be like a little.
Abandoned place?
It might be abandoned,
Mm.
or it might be something. I don't know. I just know it's still there.
Maybe
Road trip?
Road
Road
trip. Hey, road trip.
Yeah, there
That's
you
gonna
go,
be
road trip.
we're gonna do that. That's gonna be on our bucket list now. It probably has a
Visit-
Texas historical mark on it.
Probably.
Texas is like, yeah, this was the filming scene for Texas Chainsaw
Yeah.
Massacre. We're like, yeah,
Yeah.
There's the
Yeah.
Coke machine.
There's a Coke machine.
It's all rusted up, broken.
Broken. This piece of shit doesn't work.
Nah, it's probably gone. Someone probably took it.
It's probably gone. Yeah, that'd be kind of a cool thing to go see. You know, unlike the next one that we're gonna talk
Hold
about.
on, Chris.
Are we talking about the?
Hold on. We're getting to the end of this review for Texas Chainsaw Massacre, 1974.
Yes.
Well, hold on. The
Texas
Chainsaw Massacre, 1974. Does anybody have any last remarks or anything that they noticed or they want to talk about, point
How
out?
about when the grandpa couldn't hold the hammer?
That was a funny scene. That was some funny dark comedy. Yeah, there we go.
All of them were yelling, just like, "Come on, grandpa, do it, grandpa!" And he's just over there.
He's not strong enough to hold the hammer, and it just keeps falling. But that's a real hammer, isn't it? Is it a real hammer?
I don't know,
because
I've never seen anything about it being a fake or real hammer.
I don't know. But if it is, it makes it even more tense because
It almost hits her head like
So many
multiple times.
so many times. If it is, that's that's
messed up.
Yeah, because the guy's just like swinging, but
Yeah.
he lets it go
He
very
lets go,
early, and it
yeah.
just like falls. And there's like one where like I think it did hit her in the head, or like it
Grazed their head.
it like touched her head.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it just fell down on the bucket again. It's just back and forth, and just like, oh my god.
I think it was for this one. The grandpa was played by a teenager.
Yeah, he was like 19.
Yeah. It's just a lot of makeup that they had to
makeup.
put on him. Yeah,
Really good makeup.
that's another reason they had to film that scene in one day. They ran out of
Makeup
makeup.
to do it again.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, they ran out of makeup to put on his face.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, the latex stuff. Yeah, they
I
ran out
didn't
of
know that whole scene was filmed in one day. But man,
But hey, it made $30 million.
and became a classic.
Became a classic.
And I think everybody that made that movie are proud of it, even though they knew.
Especially Toby Hooper. Dude.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
He ended up directing other big movies. Poltergeist, the one that I know. Colton?
Yeah.
I don't know if you
Anything
guys
to
say.
I think that's about all I got.
Do you want to do a synopsis for the next movie we're talking about?
All right, this next movie
All right.
we are talking about, it's Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2022. This is, I guess, kind of like a requel to the original The Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah, they kind of did a
Kind
Halloween.
of in the veins of Halloween 2018.
Yeah, they kind of did a Halloween thing.
2018.
Yeah, they just kind of ignore everything else, just expand upon the original, which it can
they
work.
really didn't expand much
They
on the
didn't.
original.
I mean, they added a new member to the family. The mother was never present in the original, was she?
No.
I don't think that's his mom because he went into an orphanage.
Oh,
Oh yeah, that is
yeah,
true.
you're right.
That's not his mom. We don't know much about the backstory about that. Colton, do you want to continue with your synopsis? Sorry, interrupting.
Yeah. So
what's the
it's
gist of
about
it?
a group of influencers that come to develop a old town, Harlow. It's called Harlow.
Harlow.
They hammer that into your head.
Yes, Harlow.
Called Harlow. It's in Texas, and they're trying to develop it, trying to sell it, make a profit, and well, Leatherface kind of ruins that for them.
This was not filmed in Texas. It was not even filmed in the United States.
Oh. Okay.
This was filmed in Bulgaria.
Bulgaria Chainsaw Massacre.
The Bulgaria Chainsaw Massacre.
That's what it should have been called. All right.
It should have been called that.
Well, then it wouldn't be Leatherface. Why would he move to that country?
It's Raw Hate Face.
I think
Oh. It's his cousin.
it's his cousin. I think if they have a movie called Texas Chainsaw Massacre, they should film it in Texas,
I don't know. Filming in a certain
or
area,
at least film parts of it in Texas.
it was probably cheaper for them. To defend them, it was probably cheaper. And I mean, it's a set, so they can make it look like it's Texas. I don't know. It doesn't really bother me, but it would be nice,
It
like as
would
a
be
tradition,
nice.
to film in
Yeah.
Texas, if they want to I guess respect or
Yes.
pay homage
But
to the
save
original
money.
and actually go film in a town in Texas.
I mean, there's plenty of movies filmed in Texas and shows and stuff.
Yeah, isn't it growing?
Yeah, mainly down in Austin.
Okay.
Yeah, Austin's the big film thing here in Texas.
All right. Okay, so
One thing I can say about this movie, it was faithful to the original. There was not a chainsaw until over 30 minutes into the movie.
okay,
Yes,
well,
that
nice.
is true. Yeah, that is true.
Good
It was
thing to
faithful
pay
for that one.
Good thing to pay attention to, Colton.
That's one thing I did respect about this movie.
That's the only thing I
That's
fucking
about
respect
all I
about
respected about this movie.
Yeah, wait, did you guys really hate this?
Dude, I give this.
I did not like
Hold
this.
on, we talk about rating after. We'll talk about ratings at the
I'll
end
bleep
of
that
it.
out then.
We'll bleep this out. We'll cut that part out. So
But
you
yes,
guys really hate
I
this.
hated this movie. I can do two good things about it: the gore and some shots I thought were pretty cool.
Okay, Colton.
That's about it.
I mean, I didn't absolutely hate it. I saw there was absolutely no point in this. It didn't really do anything for me.
Yeah, no, I
And
agree
And
with
I
that.
thought there were
yeah.
a few things that just either did not make sense
A
or
few.
just did not work for me.
Yeah, like I said, a few.
A few.
You want to
well-
bring that chainsaw back up again?
One thing, we did not talk much about Leatherface in the first one, but he is the thing that became very iconic.
Yes.
So, I haven't seen the sequels, but one thing I know is that I always see that character being mentioned in every single Texas Chainsaw movie. And I think he's the only family member. We don't
I guess so.
I
They
mean,
didn't
this
even
is-
mention anybody else.
Well, this is 2022, so I'm guessing the older brother passed away. Leatherface probably on his own. we don't get enough backstory for him to be in an orphanage. One of the things that's very confusing is the age. Like, how old
yes.
is Leatherface?
Because this movie takes place about 50 years after the original.
Yeah, so
Well,
he would have been in his 70s.
Yeah, that guy did not look 70. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
the first one was set in 1973. They even established it in this new movie.
Yeah, in the intro to the movie.
I don't know if they established what year it is, but they have a self-driving car.
So
And I don't even think self-driving cars exist.
I think it's in 2020.
I'm
Either
assuming,
2020 or 2021
That
because it
would be
was
mine.
filmed in 2020.
That would be my assumption.
Yeah, it would make sense. It has to be in the present day.
Yeah.
Yeah, he would be like 70.
Yeah, he would
Around
be
there.
70.
He would be around 70.
And they first of all, they showed his face.
I was gonna get to that.
Like right away.
Like
If it
right away.
feels at the end.
I didn't
maybe.
even know it was him because it's a shot of Dante going upstairs, and he's just checking out the space because they find out that there's someone that they think there's not supposed to be living in the county or city that they bought, the town. The influencers buy every building, I believe,
Yeah.
in Harlem
From the bank.
from the bank, and I don't know how they made a mistake of having one missing. Like they would have been told in the interaction of purchasing the land.
You got all these except
Yeah, you got all these except for this one house with an old lady and some very tall, hairy dude. And he's going upstairs. It's like a wide shot where we can see some chubby-looking redneck dude on the corner of the screen. And I was like, well, that's not going to be Leatherface because they wouldn't show his face. But no, it turns out
that was him.
That is Leatherface.
They showed his face again in the back of the sheriff's van.
Yes.
Yeah, like up close.
I wouldn't have mind if they just had like a shot where like it's in the dark.
Yeah.
And you can see like he has long hair and it's covering almost all of his face, and you can like see his eye a little bit.
Yeah.
Because if we're gonna compare this to Halloween 2018, because it very much feels like that. Like that's what they're trying to kind of do.
Trying to profit off that.
I wouldn't say profit because this was inevitable.
Yeah.
They've already done many sequels, so another one, it's gonna happen again.
Yeah.
They show Michael Myers' face barely. Especially, I think
it's always kind of covered.
It's mostly covered, or in the dark.
Yeah.
Even in Halloween Kills, like we only see like a side where he has like the burn marks, but it's not much. You don't get much. This one we see his entire face.
Entire face.
I think he's like carving something. He's playing with something, and he disappears because they're gonna make it like mysterious. Or something.
Where'd he go?
You sound like you really hate this, Chris.
I fucking hate this dude.
But yeah, that was weird. We didn't even see his face. There's a whole reason they didn't show his face in the original.
Yes.
I think they wanted to, but they didn't.
They did it.
And it paid off because it was like, well, that became the trademark, for Leatherface.
And then this movie just shit on that. Most showing his face in like the first like 5 minutes.
They did show it in like the first 5 minutes.
5 to 10 minutes they showed his face.
Yeah.
So we're gonna talk about the 50-year-old chainsaw.
Hold on, we'll get to that.
We'll get to that.
We'll get
lots
to that.
of talk.
I'm sorry.
But yes, you're right though.
Putting the
that
chainsaw
thing's
in front of
still
the horse.
working.
I'm sorry.
So are these influencers like that big to where they can buy a whole town from a bank?
I don't think. I don't know. That's not really an issue. I don't think that would.
Well, I mean, like
I figured, yeah, because if they're popular influencers and they make a lot of money, and they're buying a place that no one would pass through, yeah, I think they could afford it. But that's my thing. Who would want to pass by like? No, well, they're influencers. No, that makes sense. Okay, I guess they're trying to start something.
They kind of mentioned like,
but
people from the city would want to live out here.
I think so. They want to start like growing towns.
Yeah. Which
yeah.
kind of made no sense to me.
Well, didn't make too much sense about it.
Well, I mean, you're trying to make this a town, like for like kind of like a small city type thing. You'd have to show people like where that's at. You can't just tell them like, "Hey, this is where it's at." You probably kind of have to like show them where it's at. Because it's out in the middle of fucking nowhere.
No, I don't know what their idea was. I mean, I thought the more I'm thinking about it now is that they're influencers, they got popularity, they bought this land, and they're going to start doing businesses and stuff. But really, it's really far away from how it looks because it's just too far. Not really. People are not going to travel that far to go there. and you're not gonna be making any money right off the bat. You're gonna be losing a
You're
lot.
losing a
The
lot.
business aspect doesn't make any sense.
It does not. It does
doesn't.
not.
They feel like they're responsible for killing that old lady. Do you
Yeah.
guys do you guys agree with this? Do you guys think
Not really. They didn't physically do anything to her to, kill
they
her.
confronted her and they had a dumb argument? It was a really dumb
It
argument.
was a really dumb argument.
Because they go up to her and they talk about, hey, we need your paper for the house. We need to know, if you live here. But the way they go up to her and talk to her, like they're both being like very passive aggressive and rude to each other. It's not even subtle.
It's not even. No.
Everything they discuss, with the old lady saying a racial thing, and everyone cussing each other out. But the main issue is that they're like, hey, can we get this paper to see that you have proof that you own this house still, like it's taken care of? And she won't show it to them.
Yeah, she won't show it to him.
And the dumb thing is that she does have it. Why did she act like she didn't?
I don't. That is weird.
That's just bad writing.
That is bad writing. Yes, that is very bad writing.
Oh wait, I forgot. So the movie can happen.
Yeah. So the movie.
So the
can
movie can happen.
Can we talk about how the blonde girl's name on the subtitles is Dante's partner?
Bro.
This is one that we laughed at.
Funny. I looked on Letterboxd and she has a name.
She has a
She
name.
does?
Yeah, her name was like Rose or something.
Something like that. It started with an R.
Rose, Ruby. I don't.
Ruby,
remember.
Rose. I don't know.
I don't know any of these.
Because he looked it up during
Yeah,
the movie,
Mhm.
but I guess
and he said something about
I guess whoever wrote the subtitles didn't care enough to find it out.
Yeah, because they just put
I don't
Dante's
think they ever
partner.
say her name in the movie, do they?
They don't. They don't say.
He just goes, "This is my future wife."
Yeah, which gave me Tommy Wiseau vibes. From the room.
Borat.
He's like, "This is
Borat?
my future
My
wife."
wife.
Oh my gosh.
Like he cannot just say like fiance or something. It's not that hard of a fucking word to say.
No, I don't remember. Was it Colton? You pointed that out, right, in the subtitles?
The Dante's
Yeah,
partner.
the Dante's partner
Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
That's the only reason I know Dante's name.
Oh, yeah.
Because
That
of
is
that.
the only reason I know Dante's
Like,
I
name.
what are
don't
the-
know
What are
any
any
other
of the characters' names? There's Leela or something like that.
Literally in my notes, I just said the blonde's name is Dante's partner.
Oh,
Literally, the only thing I wrote about any character is I put Dante's partner in my notes. That's all I wrote. Dante's partner.
oh my god.
Like I like that scene where that guy gives that one girl a gun.
Dante gives who?
No,
that
Dante,
that
the
random
old-
dude.
The old guy that may or may not be a pedophile.
Yes, that guy.
Who?
The
I'm very lost.
The guy that owns the mechanic.
yeah.
The mechanic.
Oh,
the contractor.
Yeah, the contractor. Gives that random girl a gun,
Yeah,
even though he did unload it. But still,
I would not.
hey, that happened to me. Okay, it was
this
unloaded.
is some random person you've never met before,
Okay, yeah, mine was family.
and they give you a gun. It's just like that's a little bit of a.
Yeah.
Well, they did meet at the gas station, and
They
there was
did.
that political commentary that
but still,
felt out of place.
It did feel out of place.
It makes sense. That was what they were setting. No, it doesn't. Okay, they set it up and they do nothing with it.
Yes.
I think the social commentary about this movie was supposed to be about guns, but
Maybe.
they talk about it because one of the characters is a school survivor, which can be an interesting character storyline. You know how
They bring
it's
it up
impacted.
twice.
They bring it up twice. Do they?
Yeah.
I feel like it was more
Once
than
I
that.
feel like they just
beginning where
didn't
she's
go
holding the
anywhere with
gun.
it.
And then there's another one where she's holding that shotgun, I think.
Wrong. It was in the car when she's on the internet and she sees a gun with a no logo.
Yeah.
And then she like touches her shirt and it shows a bullet wound.
Yeah.
Um,
and it
and that
cuts
was-
to like her laying down on the ground in a school.
And then I think there's like a flashback cut scene
Yeah.
of her seeing her friends, I think.
Yeah.
At
I
school.
don't know.
But they don't do much with that because then she ends up like by the end using a gun.
Yeah.
So like the message is a bit
Gun
messy.
good?
It's messy and doesn't make sense.
This is the message. Gun bad. By the end of the movie. Gun good.
I don't think that's what's supposed to be.
But that's kind of the vibe that it gave
Is that what
off.
it gets? I didn't get. Colton, what did you get out of this?
did not get really anything out
You
of this
didn't
movie.
get
You didn't get anything out of that.
I got 81 minutes of. What did I just watch? Why did I watch this?
Yeah, okay, I got that.
We
Yeah.
watched it because
So we can make this podcast.
no, because it's on Netflix and you gotta click on it.
Yeah, I mean, I've got to
Not
watch.
really.
I've got to watch
There's
every
so many
movie that
Netflix
releases in
movies that I have
2022.
not seen.
It was number 4. Damn it! That means people are watching it.
Which is stupid.
Why?
Because.
Well, it's a big horror movie, you know, from a big franchise.
But there are people out there that actually enjoy the movie.
Okay.
I don't get it.
You know, good on them if they enjoyed it, but we didn't. None of us here did.
None of us did.
I didn't hate it as much as you guys.
There are people asking for a sequel.
For this?
Yes.
I mean, they
I'd
set it up
watch
for
it.
a sequel.
Kind of, yeah.
What do you mean, kind of? He lived,
So?
and he killed that girl. It could have ended there.
It could have ended there.
But it means that they have it set up for sequels. Leatherface can return. Like that's the thing.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd watch it.
I thought you said you wouldn't.
No, I would watch it.
You would watch it?
I might not enjoy watching it, but I'll
Oh.
watch it.
We watch bad movies all the time, though.
Yeah.
Do we?
Yes.
Yes.
You watched Gotti, or attempted to watch Gotti.
I did.
You watched
but-
Cats twice.
You watched Cats
In
twice.
theaters.
Hey, we don't talk about
In
Cats.
theaters.
We're talking about not the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2022. Not Cats. We don't talk about Cats. In this podcast,
I
we
think
do not
Cats
talk
might be
about
more
Cats.
enjoyable to watch than Texas Chainsaw Massacre 22.
Damn.
Colton? I might have to agree with you on that.
Cats?
Yes.
No.
It's
At
more,
least we can
it might
make
be more
fun,
fun to
of
laugh at.
Cats.
No. This movie went by quicker. Cats dragged.
No,
This movie felt slow.
dragged.
The original went by way faster for me,
Which is, no, you're right about that.
but this,
Okay.
this movie dragged.
It dragged.
Yeah.
I think after the 30-minute mark, that's when we start. I started feeling the time.
No, because I thought I was like, sitting
Slow
when
down.
Colton like paused it for that 30-minute mark. I was like, I thought it's been like 45 to
Bro,
50
so-
minutes.
It just dragged on.
I was like, damn.
I was
dude.
ready for that movie to be over.
I was ready for it to be over.
Well, okay, so why did this movie sequel fail, unlike Halloween 2018 and
Halloween
Scream
had
5?
good characters.
I think Halloween tried a little bit harder.
Halloween, I think, well, okay, Halloween probably respected the movie that it was being a sequel
Yeah.
to. And actually,
Plus, John Carpenter was heavily involved in.
I wouldn't just say it was just John Carpenter. That's
Yes.
probably a benefit, but also I think the people who wrote it
cared about the movie.
cared about
Oh
Halloween.
no, they've said that before. They love Halloween.
Yeah, and so they knew what they wanted and what they could see happen for a sequel, and I mean I like Halloween 2018. I
Yeah.
actually think I like it more than the original. I know you think Halloween's a masterpiece, Chris. I still don't see that. Maybe one day,
Maybe.
but at the moment I think it's okay,
Yeah.
and I
That's
can
fine.
understand why it's a horror classic.
Yeah.
And I think Halloween 2018 is a great sequel, and it's better than the first. But it respects the characters.
It does.
One of the thing is Jamie
Jamie Lee Curtis.
Lee Curtis character. I forgot her name. I can't think of the character's name at the moment. But
Lori.
yes, thank you. My brain was blank for a second. her character, we actually have something to stick to, and we follow that character from the first one to this one. We know her. She's famous for being one of the most famous final girls, right?
Yeah.
We understand what's going on. She has trauma. She has a lot that we can attach,
But they brought back the girl from the first one too.
which is what I'm going to get to.
She has trauma.
They
She's
brought
a
back
cop
Sally.
now.
Yes, but Lori has a lot of character traits, and we spend most of the time with her in the first and second movie.
Also, Lori didn't move in to Michael Myers' house,
Yes.
unlike Sally did. She moved into the house from the original movie.
Hold on. Okay. So Sally,
She moved into the house where her friends were slaughtered.
in the first Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie, we don't really get a lot of character development for these characters.
We don't.
But we like them because
We
they
get ass
have
shots though.
small personality traits, and they're just enjoyable to see. These what did Colton say?
I couldn't ignore Colton.
What did he say?
Just listen to it later.
Okay.
I barely heard that too.
That's staying in. I hope that's staying in.
That's fucking staying in there, dude.
Well, this is long. Was it Sally? Well, these people, they have personality traits, and we enjoy seeing them on screen, just being friends. It's just a group of friends going on a road trip, and things go wrong. Very
Yes.
simple. It's a very simple
They go
premise.
very wrong.
Very wrong. We don't have
Road trip
much.
gone
We don't
wrong.
know much about. Damn it, Colton.
Not clickbait.
We don't know much about Sally, and her returning. We can't change that, can we?
That's staying in.
God damn it. Well, okay. Her returning, we know nothing about her, really. We just know that she's a survivor of the last movie.
Yeah.
And even without seeing the original, you see this new one, they tell you that. They recap
They recap the first movie.
The first one. So you know nothing, really. You get nothing out of her character returning. They kind of treat it like a big thing. And yeah, she's living in the house from the
first one.
serial killing
Yeah.
family. Not serial killing, the cannibal family.
The cannibal family.
Uh,
The Sawyers, I think is their name.
yeah, it's very bizarre. It makes sense. I guess they can take the same route as Lori.
Yeah.
But instead of being, someone who's training for this, she becomes a ranger. And she's searching. That makes sense. Living in the house where
But living
where
in the
all
house.
your friends died.
Yeah, and you were traumatized.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know about that.
Yeah, that.
Maybe she's just hoping that he'll come home, so she can kill him or something.
Yeah, but I mean, they could have established that.
They didn't have to establish that.
They didn't have to. Yeah, no, Colton had the point. That
You-
could be a
you watched
reason
the
why.
movie?
It could have been, I guess.
If you watch the movie, they didn't really try to establish much.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. They just
No.
tried to.
They do establish stuff. They just don't do anything with it.
Yeah,
like the gun topic. They don't do anything with
they
it.
don't do anything with it.
There's the characters of the influencers that are kind of like, I guess, like socialist characters, I guess, because they're the complete opposite. This has to be social commentary of
Something.
of society. I think the director said that.
I made a bad movie.
We'll cut that out. I don't know. I don't remember what he said. I read an article. We'll cut that out. Yeah, no, the social commentary, the gun topic doesn't go anywhere.
A lot doesn't go anywhere in this movie.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't go anywhere.
White Colton.
The bus.
Yes, the bus doesn't go anywhere. They could have just been like, "Fuck these guys," and then drove off.
I'm confused. What do you mean by
The
that?
bus.
What about the bus?
It physically did not go anywhere.
It physically went like maybe 20 feet
Yeah.
before it like broke down or some shit.
Well, because supposedly, a chainsaw's strong enough to pop all the tires or whatever happened.
Yeah, because a 50-year-old chainsaw that's not rusted and still operational
Okay, I guess we
can
can start
still
talking about
do
the
that
chainsaw.
shit.
This chainsaw must be the most heavy-duty, best-made chainsaw.
Like the type of
Of
they
all
don't make
time.
them like they used to do.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Chainsaws.
They don't make anything that
They
they
don't
used to.
make it like they
Chainsaws or
used to.
movies.
Because this thing is, for some reason, behind the wall in his stepmom's, I guess, room.
Foster mom.
Foster mom. And he breaks through it. So someone build that wall back just to hide the chainsaw.
Yeah, I was about to
that
say
makes-
something like, how did he get that chainsaw
He
in
pulled
there?
it out. It's been 50 years around that.
Around.
No gas. Or if it has any, it's bad gas, so it's not going to work.
It's not gonna work.
There's no oil.
It would be rusted.
It would be rusted. Yeah,
Yeah,
probably.
yeah.
It probably would be rusted.
It probably would be rusted.
The chain didn't have to be replaced. It's the exact same model because it's like the green
The
color
green color.
from the first one. And he turns it on. And not only that, it doesn't make noise.
It's
There's
like
so many times where he's after somebody or he's attacking, and only
don't
at certain
hear a
moments you
chainsaw.
don't hear the chainsaw going.
did Leatherface somehow invent a chainsaw silencer?
No, it's just that the people who made this movie doesn't know how a chainsaw works.
Yeah, obviously, because that thing would not stop. It'd be.
He cuts through so much.
He does.
It doesn't make any sense. He cutting through a floorboard, and he's going quick.
He's
that
going
chainsaw
quick.
moving very fast. And not only that, but how far it's going in, the girl can just like lay
Duck.
flat. No, just lay flat.
Yeah.
Because she's like lifting her head in a position where like it's making it dangerous for her. Just lay flat.
Just lay
He's not
flat.
gonna reach you. He's gonna try to cut a cube to like try to reach for you, and then you have to crawl.
And he doesn't know where you're at.
Yeah, he definitely
He's not
knew where
even
she was
peeking.
at
He's
He's
somehow.
not even doing anything. He's just guessing.
He's wearing a newly made flesh mask. I don't know. There's just I feel like blood would be like in it. No, well, it's dry by then. But still, like there's interference. He can't see through the floorboard.
He can't see through the floorboard.
And it cuts through a metal pipe.
It does.
And it had like that nasty
effortlessly.
scene, which it was nasty for the sake of being nasty, I guess. And he cuts it. Yeah, effortlessly.
Effortlessly.
Apparently chainsaws can do that. His chainsaw can. And just a bunch of shit pours on the character.
Yeah.
It was effective because it was supposed to be gross.
It's
so,
supposed to be
it got
gross.
that, but I couldn't stop thinking about how that chainsaw
Just cut through
is
a metal pipe.
unstoppable.
Just cut through a metal pipe. And there was
Mm-hmm.
like points where it would stop, and then he just started right back up again. And it's like, dude, no.
I can't even get a modern chainsaw to do that.
Honestly, dude.
Yeah.
Let alone a 50-year-old one.
Yeah, so I think the director said something about how modern day 5 kills is nothing, and because he also was talking about the gun thing, where nowadays we have shootings. Halloween 2018 talked about this, and it makes sense. This one doesn't bring it up, except they do bring it up, but they don't build up onto that topic. But the director was saying that they actually lived up with the word massacre. He's not wrong.
They did.
There is
Okay,
a massacre
the bus
in
scene.
this movie, especially during the bus scene. I mean, who's the first kill? The first kill was the 2 sheriffs. Dante's fiance. Dante's partner.
Dante's partner.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Dante's partner. And well, he didn't kill his mom, but he did skin her, which doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, that made no sense.
Why would he skin the person that he cared about? Because he's being very emotional.
He is.
Like the whole motivation, I think, is that she's dead, and he's blaming them on the people that just came into his place. I guess that's a comparison you can do with the first one. People came back, or not came back. People came into his home.
Yes.
And yeah, they mess up his life again.
Maybe? I mean, I don't know.
So Leatherface is the hero in this story.
Yes.
No, because in this
Yes,
one, he's
yes.
just a brainless killing machine.
Yeah, that's all it is. He has no motive, basically.
There's no motive, and he's superhuman. Let's not forget,
Oh, yeah,
broke
he's
his sheriff's
superhuman.
arm in half
And stabbed him with.
and stabbed the broken bone
Yeah.
into his neck, which is a pretty good kill.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking to myself, well, if they're trying to make a sequel to the first one, and they're trying to like pay homage to it, why did they make Leatherface into a superhuman Jason
Superhuman
machine?
strength,
Jason. Yeah,
That's,
he's
a,
basically
that's a
Jason.
kill straight out of Jason Goes to Hell.
Really?
Like the wrist break.
Oh, okay, that's weird.
Yeah.
What a great movie to steal from.
Wait,
Honestly.
Jason Goes to Hell?
Jason Goes to Hell.
Okay.
Like, the dude's walking up and he, like, has his hand up for some reason. He might be holding a gun. I don't know. And Jason grabs his hand and fucking breaks it like that. The same way.
With his arm, bare
Yes.
arm.
Yes.
I would be okay with it if he like had a hammer and like broke his arm so bad that the bone was sticking out like
Well,
that.
I
But
mean,
this is
kinda
just
like
human
that.
strength.
That one guy, he hit his leg
Yeah, which
and it
was
broke.
brutal. That was brutal. I didn't mind that kill.
I didn't mind that either. I mean, he could have done that to the hand instead of fucking just
Yeah.
breaking it like that.
Was this movie unsettling or creepy or scary in any way
No.
compared to the first one? Oh, oh, you didn't answer before I finished. Colton, no. Also,
Not really. I mean,
No.
not really.
I feel like this is also something people are a lot more used to nowadays, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Yes,
first
it
one,
is.
it definitely has that kind of raw, like something you're not used
Never
to seeing.
seen before, basically.
And this one, you see it this every other day. Like, not like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like every other slasher movie.
It's just another slasher movie.
It's just another slasher
That's all
movie.
this is. That's not what the first one was.
No.
Even
The first one technically wasn't even like a slasher, I don't think.
I don't know. I don't think so. Classic horror movie
Classic horror movie.
and a poorly thought out sequel. Maybe they needed more time with this one. I see potential.
Also,
I see wasted potential.
how did Sally think Leatherface was gonna recognize her?
Once she started screaming I guess that's how he recognized her.
Because she doesn't look the same.
Well, yeah.
Plus, and he might have forgotten about that whole event anyway.
It's been that long.
Yeah.
Also, why didn't he kill that stranger that walked into his room?
Yeah.
He walked
With
past
a
by
gun
her.
pointing at his face.
A shotgun.
Yeah, shotgun pointing at his face.
Okay.
And he did nothing.
Sally is messed up. She locked those innocent girls in the back of her car. She had the reason. She said her reason why.
Which
So
was
you
stupid.
can't leave, but that's still stupid.
Yeah.
She must be the worst ranger ever. What character development?
What
for
character
that
development? What character
What a
development?
great return.
Also, I think they kind of ripped off another kill from another movie.
Another one? Which one was this one?
It's from Halloween Kills.
Which
When they killed
one?
Sally, it was kind of like the same shot of when Michael Myers killed the firefighter in that one scene.
I mean, I don't mind the kill, but it was to Sally,
Yeah.
and then what happened after is what annoyed me.
Well, if it's from Halloween Kills, that could be a coincidence.
It could. It's
probably
probably a
around the same
coincidence, but
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
would
like,
say
it's,
rip off.
it's kind of funny
you
that
can't really blame them for
it's kind
that
of
one.
funny though.
Yeah.
They thought of the same kill.
I mean, it happens. There's a lot of times where that happens. Bill and Ted was before Back
Bill
to the
and Ted,
Future.
yeah.
The time machine, it was supposed to be a car. Back to the Future beat them to it, and they're like, crap, well, we got to change it. And so, yeah. It happens. It
Then they
happens
ripped
a
off
lot.
Doctor Who.
No, 'cause that was blue.
You're right.
But yeah, no, I didn't mind that kill. It would have been cool, but what happened after just made me slap my face because she didn't die instantly. She was there long enough. No, not long enough. A very long time to where they came back and Leatherface is chasing down one of the girls, and she shoots him with the shotgun. She
Yeah,
still has
she
enough
was still
strength
alive.
after like. She would have been dead like
She would have been
less
dead.
than a minute.
Yeah, should have been dead.
She would have been bleeding out. She's old. That thing went right through her.
Yeah.
And he like let it run as she's in the air. It's a brutal kill, but like that didn't make any sense.
That doesn't make any sense. She would have died like instantly, almost.
This movie is just.
One realistic thing I think they got right was the Texas weather.
Yeah.
They got the weather
We
right.
laughed at that. That's a random thing to point out.
Yeah.
But now that you bring it up, I remember
Yeah.
laughing at that because
It went from sunny to
I don't know,
raining.
we're just raining.
Yeah. So I mean that's realistic. They got that right.
I got that from Texas.
The only realistic thing they got in the fucking movie.
And it wasn't even shot in Texas.
It wasn't even shot in Texas. You're right. Yeah. Okay, I know you said something about ratings, Pablo. Not to say them, but for this next thing I'm about to say, I am going to bring it up. My original score was 1.5, and then the ending happened.
First, we don't talk about the score yet. Cutting that part out.
No,
We'll
I'm
get
not
to
cutting
it.
that part out.
Well, hold on. Okay. Well, I'm kind of running out of things to say. Are we gonna get to the ending? What you guys think about like the last
The
10
ending
minutes?
was ass.
Well, before that, because we had to talk about the conflict with the two sisters fighting Leatherface, and how that whole sequence went.
I don't even remember that. I just
I,
kinda tuned out the
You
ending.
forgot the movie called it.
I didn't write anything down for that.
I just kind of tuned out the ending. I vaguely remember the very end.
Like, I remember they tackle him into a thing of water.
Yeah.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, I think Leatherface.
First, what was that water?
Broken pipe. You know what? It doesn't matter. It was on the script. It happened. They wrote it down. It had to happen. It was for, a set piece.
Okay, yeah.
But that's not the thing. He lets the chainsaw run to misguide her.
Yeah.
I guess they make Leatherface quick.
That doesn't really bother me that much.
They make him quick, but they make him really, I guess, really, really intelligent. Because I don't think he was he wasn't the mastermind in the first one.
He was not.
He was the youngest brother, and he was like being like
He was just
verbally and
following
mentally
their
abused.
orders.
Mentally abused. He couldn't even speak. Like the guy was illiterate. And there's that scene where like the older brother's telling him, "Where are these people at?" or "What are you doing?" And he's like, doing body language, like showing like, making noises, grunting noises, and like showing with his hands. And he's like also showing that he's scared of what's going on.
Yeah.
And, but in this one, like I said, they make him a mindless killing machine, and that he is smart enough to do traps like that, where he can put his chainsaw in a spot, somehow turn it on at the right time, run somewhere and hide perfectly without making any noise from the wooden creaking. There's no
Because he's a big guy.
He's a big guy.
He would
be
make some
making
fucking noise.
and completely like come out of nowhere and attack her.
Yeah.
Like, there's just things like that. Like it's a completely different character. That's just doesn't feel like the same guy we saw.
It does not.
I mean, it would make sense that he grows, and if this is a character that grows, he no longer lives with his brothers or his brother. He's being raised by a woman who's taking care of him, and I'm assuming, teaching him, right? She has to be teaching him to not be killing. Wouldn't he learn? Because what's up with that? I don't get it.
I don't know.
This movie.
This movie doesn't make sense.
This could have been more of like they didn't build up his character enough to make sense, or his backstory for what happened between these 50 years.
Yeah. Oh, they said he went to an orphanage.
They just show a shot of an orphanage, a picture of him with other kids in 1975. How old is he? We don't know.
I think in the first one he's supposed to be at 20 something.
We don't know.
Either he's in his teens, like late teens, or early 20s.
It just doesn't make sense.
It does not at all make any sense.
I feel like we've been saying that a lot. This movie makes no sense.
Here, I wrote this down in my notes, right?
Oh, we're talking about the ending okay, hold on. The ending. You guys both were like, what the hell? Like, you especially were like really pissed. Colton
I was just
like,
what the
I'm
fuck is
dropping
this?
For the movie to be done.
Literally, I wrote my notes. The ending is fucking horseshit. That's literally what I wrote. It's stupid. Just the way how the car was slowly driving away, and she could have jumped out.
Like maybe they just kind of teased he was alive.
Yeah, but
he got shot in the chest, hit by a chainsaw in his face. I think the gunshot in his chest would have been enough to kill him. Not only that, he fell in that huge ass puddle of water that you were bringing up. He would have drowned. But hey, money, sequels.
Yeah,
he's Jason Voorhees.
Yeah, literally.
He's Jason Voorhees
He's
now.
Jason Voorhees now. Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna have like his brother talking to him was like, "Kill him, Leatherface, kill him."
I would not be surprised if that's in a sequel.
You think so?
I would not be surprised.
Oh man, Netflix, give me money.
Netflix, we could have done it maybe a little bit better.
No. No, I wouldn't even want it to be a sequel. I think the Texas Chainsaw Massacre stands great as a standalone movie.
But of course they're gonna make a sequel.
Of course.
It was a big hit on Netflix.
Oh, for this one?
Yes.
I thought we were just talking about the original, but
No,
this one?
the new one. It was
New
a
one?
big hit.
It was?
So yes, there was over 29 million hours watched on the movie.
Okay.
Now
Out
can
of
we
an
get a new
80
Friday the 13th movie.
Dude, that lawsuit for Friday the 13th is hell.
Are we
No,
done?
I don't have anything else to say about this movie.
I really don't either. It was ass.
All right. So I'm guessing we're done. We're just done talking about this movie?
I was done talking about this movie before we started recording.
Honestly. Yeah, I think we're done with talking about the movie.
All right. Okay. Well, one thing I noticed, we forgot to say spoilers. Because for the original,
We can put it in the fucking title.
we didn't have to.
Just put spoilers.
But spoiler. Okay, just making sure.
If they don't read it, it's their fucking fault.
'Cause, yeah, this one just came out.
We can do that in
Who's
the.
gonna be listening to this? We don't even know.
We can do that in the intro where we introduce
if-
ourselves.
Yeah, we'll do it when we introduce ourselves. I'll be like, spoilers ahead.
Just spoilers. ahead.
Disclaimer: this podcast includes spoilers
Oh,
for
you're gonna-
the Texas Chainsaw Massacre and Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
It's the guy from number
If you
15.
do not wish to
Yeah.
hear spoilers,
Number 50.
please click over.
All right. Hold on, we gotta let Colton re-record. Colton, talk about a spoiler. Give him a spoilers warning.
Disclaimer:
You fucking did it.
This is a spoiler. Spoiler review coming up ahead. All right, so let's get to the rating score.
Colton, why don't you go first?
Yeah, what's your rating? Doesn't matter how you rate it. Just give it a score.
we doing both or just the?
Let's go with the original. How do you feel about the
The
original?
Texas Chainsaw Massacre, 3.5. I could probably bump that up to 4 stars. Definitely pioneered a lot of stuff in
All right.
horror movies. It's definitely a classic. It's pretty good.
You feel like you learned a lot about the movie as we talked about it?
Oh yeah, because I did no research on this. You guys are all
He's
like,
like, I did no research.
Yeah.
I'm just here. I'm learning stuff too.
Yeah.
And then Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the recall, whatever it's called.
2022.
2022.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre
This
2022.
this movie had no reason to exist. It did not really add much or anything substantial. It did add things that we did not need added. I think I gave it 1.5 stars just because it dragged on for me. I do not like this movie.
What do you think about the original?
Well, I mean, I love the original one. You guys know this.
Yeah, I know that.
I give it 5 stars.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I give it 5
okay.
stars.
All right. Nice.
5 out of 5.
All right.
I don't know. You know, I've been watching this movie for years,
Okay.
and every time I watch it, I love it. It's really good. And then I guess Texas Chainsaw 2022. I gave that 1 star. I gave that 1 star. It was at 1.5, and then I saw the ending, and then that dropped it down a half to 1 star.
You mean seeing Leatherface drag out one of the sisters and like,
Yes.
decapitating her and then doing dancing like the
Yes,
first one?
that lost that half star for me. I'm with Colton. It dragged on. It was
All right.
really unnecessary.
You're giving it 1 star?
1 star.
Okay.
All right. What about you, Pablo?
Me, second viewing of the original. I liked it a lot. I think it's great. I'm giving it a 9 out of 10 rewatch.
Could you say that in stars, please?
In stars?
Yeah.
Why does it have to be stars?
Out of 5
We
stars.
both did 5 stars.
You guys are doing your star rating. I'm doing my 1 to
Okay,
10.
we'll let Pablo be his own little
okay,
unique
fine.
stuff.
I'm giving it a 9 out of 10, and in Stars translation, I'm giving it 4.5 with a heart, just to say I like it. Check out my letterbox at some random Mexican guy. Are you happy now?
What a
Are you guys
plug!
happy?
What a plug!
Jesus.
Thank you.
All right.
That's all we asked for.
Okay, that was for the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 1974. For Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2022, I didn't hate it as much as you guys. I talked a lot of shit, but that's because I just there was a lot of missed potential, a lot of things that were set up and were not fleshed out or not used. Yeah, it did drag on at a certain point for me, not as much as you guys. You guys said it was horrible. I just wish that they could have done better. I don't think this movie is terrible. It's disappointing. It's really disappointing.
What the fuck are you on? This movie was horseshit.
No, I can tell you what he's on. He's on the couch.
He is on a
Now I'm on a
couch.
couch. See?
We're all on a couch.
Yeah, we're 3 guys on a couch.
3 guys sitting on a couch.
All right.
Alright.
Do we have anything else to say about this about any of these movies?
It's missed potential. Silent Ending and Return. It just had to be very simple. They could have kept it very simple, and instead every character is just bad.
It's
very
bad.
simple to say. It's just bad. I'm giving it 3 out of 10. I would have to say it's closer to a 4 than a 2, but it's just gonna be a 3. 3 out of 10. In Star translation, just to let you guys know, it's 1.5. All right, 1.5 out of 5.
Okay.
On Letterboxd, no heart. And I'm not probably gonna rewatch it. I don't. Think
I'm not
I would
rewatching
rewatch it.
this.
I thought we were rewatching it after we finished recording.
No.
No.
Please God, no. I guess before we go, Colton, you want to shout out your Letterboxd or anything?
I don't even know
Or
what Letterboxd
Instagram.
is called.
Or Instagram?
No, they don't. They don't
All right.
do
Well,
Instagram.
Colton's gonna take a while. Chris, what about you? You have a YouTube channel, I believe.
All right, my
Yes, I do have a
Letterboxd.
YouTube channel called Chris FM.
All right. You a radio station?
Yes.
All right. Cool.
My Letterboxd is Indian_30.
I'm gonna follow that eventually. All right. My Instagram is some random Mexican guy, and same for my Letterboxd. It's just some random Mexican guy.
So what's the next movie we're gonna review?
Oh wait, you skipped on Colton.
Yeah, I pulled up. Okay, you
Come
can
on.
find me at cjack2484
All right.
on Letterboxd, and you guys don't need to know my Instagram.
Are you keeping your Instagram private?
I mean, it's not hard to find, but
It's not hard to find.
there's not really anything of worth on there.
Okay.
Just
but yeah,
selfies.
what's our next movie that we are gonna review?
Well, we should just have some.
We'll leave that as a surprise.
Okay, well,
Should we?
as a surprise.
Like, we don't have any idea,
We can do recommendations.
so we could say something,
We could.
and then we
if
can completely
anybody-
change it next time.
Well, does anybody have anything that they actually would like to talk about a lot?
We could double feature your name and Withering with You.
I think like we could do
We
your name.
Could
I don't
triple
know, I don't know.
feature the Kingsman movies.
We could double feature Scott Pilgrim and Eternal Sunshine.
Yeah, that could
I
be
think that's a really
something.
good double feature.
That'd be a good double feature, yeah.
Scott Pilgrim and Eternal Sunshine.
But
Well, what are movies we all seen, but we haven't seen this year? Because it would be nice to like log that. And also,
Triple feature the Cars movies.
dude, no.
the
Maybe
trilogy?
eventually.
We could do
Eventually.
the trilogy. Yeah, we
Yeah.
can talk about the first Cars, the second Cars, which is gonna. I think we all hate that one. Do we all
Yeah,
hate
I hate
Cars
that
too?
one.
I need to rewatch it. I liked it when I was a kid, and I haven't watched it since.
Okay, and then the third one, which I don't mind actually. Have you seen the third one? or
Yeah, I've
did
seen
you
the
not
third
like
one.
that
I didn't mind it.
We can see it. It's been a while since I've seen all of them,
But
but
yeah, if anybody's listening, drop some recommendations.
Nobody's listening.
just go on Chris' YouTube channel.
Yeah, just go on the
the
YouTube channel and comment on
comment section.
a video or something. I might upload this to my YouTube channel.
You might.
You
I
should.
might.
All right. Well,
You're gonna lose some
We could
subscribers.
throw-
Or lose some subscribers, yes.
okay. Should we make
Um,
like? I don't know. We're just starting, so what else could we do? What are things that we should look forward to do?
well, I mean, like, we could do game reviews, video. Or,
All right,
movie
guys. Today's
reviews.
episode
Well, that's what
is
the
about
conversation in
Pokemon
the
Legends
beginning is.
Arceus.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
What?
if anybody play any games, we can talk about
Yeah,
it
we
before
can
we
talk
talk about
about
the
it.
movie.
Today's
you play any
review is
game?
about the Cyberpunk PS5 version.
I don't know. This could just be a fucking podcast about anything.
I
Because
mean,
we have
we
talk
just talk about
movies
stuff.
and stuff.
We're just talking about movies and stuff,
Yeah,
right?
and stuff. I
Yeah,
mean,
just
that's
movies
a
and stuff.
wide variety of things.
Yeah, we'll figure out the title later, but yeah, just movies and stuff.
I
We
mean,
talk about movies and stuff.
Talk about movies and stuff.
this has been an episode of the podcast without a name. I don't know.
This has been an episode of three guys sitting on the couch talking about movies and stuff.
All right,
We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it
We
out.
can go with no name. We can go with yours.
just remember, Saturn's in retrograde.
All right.
This video is sponsored by no one because this is our first episode.
This video is sponsored by blankets because it's cold as hell in here. We're all wrapped in blankets except for Chris for
Except
some
for
reason.